Me Mawu Akwapa, Me Dindi, Diamond Israel, Wukutusin, Miku Africa. Miku Africa. The motherland is calling, can you hear the call? The motherland is calling, it's time to go home. The motherland is my mission, go ahead and clap. Ambition of Garvey, Africa on the map. Exodus is now, push forward is a rap. One love, one people, let's bridge the gap. Regain my identity, I'm back on the map. Beyond the return, reconnect, now we see West Africa, the beautiful roots in my family tree. Rise like a lion in strength within me. The motherland is calling, can you hear the call? The motherland is calling, it's time.
Peace and blessings, family. Welcome to my channel, Rooted in Royalty. It's your girl Diamond here, and I am back again, ready to just share with you all about my early on motherland experience. So, I am here in Africa. I am so happy, you all. I am so excited. I've been waiting on this moment for a while, and I have finally arrived home. Yes, darling, the land of my beautiful, wonderful, strong, amazing ancestors. So I want to share with you all about my journey, which I said that I would, and that's the main reason for this channel. So I went to Morocco, which is in North Africa, and I wanted to tell you all my experience in Morocco. So this is part one. We will have a part two. Okay, Morocco. Let's see where to start. And I did write my little notes down because I know me. I will forget some things. I have senior moments. You all like my earrings? Royalty. Yes. Royalty is in our bloodline. Yes, it's in our DNA. We was born like that. Okay, you all. So, my experience in Morocco. Morocco is a country in North Africa, and it's west of Morocco. It's in western Morocco. So Casablanca, honey. Yeah. So you all, these people are beautiful people. Now, it's Africa, but it's a little different. I think it's more of Arab community country. So I barely saw us, but our people that I had encounters with in Morocco, they was passing through. I think I saw maybe two of our people working at their airport, but it was mostly them. It was mostly the Arabs, and they, like I said, they beautiful people. So I got a chance to communicate with them, interact, even though I had to learn sign language. I was like, I made up my own sign language. I was like, I had to make up my own sign language to survive. Interacting with them, it was hard because we was trying to understand each other, and a lot of them do not speak English, and if they do speak English, it's like very little English. So I just feel handicapped. I really feel handicapped. But it was a beautiful experience because it was such warmth and great energy. Love. You could feel love in the atmosphere, the kindness, unity. You could feel it all in the atmosphere. And if you're a person like me, have a strong spiritual side, and you're able to feel spirits and feel energy, then you will know that this is a beautiful place. These are some beautiful people. So though they would not was not us, I really enjoyed my brief time there because they are just awesome people. And I am more about the heart of man. Now, a lot of people mistaken me to be um, racist or prejudiced or whatever you want to call it because I am pro black and I love my people. I'm not. I love humans, period. That's just me. I don't try to be like nobody else. I know people that's prejudiced. I know people that, you know, like only a certain, but that is not me. I have to be myself. And the only way that I can be happy and I can be free within, I have to love and love people. You know, definitely love my people without a shadow of a doubt. But I have to love people. And that's the way that I keep my happiness and my freedom. I am not satisfied or content with hating people like some people are. Some people can just hate people and go along and be happy in their world, you know, with hate in their heart. I am not like that. So, anyway, yeah, so they are good people, what I have experienced in Morocco. Really, their food was a little different, but it was okay. It wasn't African food. It seemed like it was more Italian food, but I'm a survivor, so yeah, I have to just survive. So I ate it, but it was pretty good or whatever. You know, they was big on their spices and things of that nature. So their food was okay. Handicap, I did not know the languages, and people did not speak English. So I was so surprised. I'm like, this is just amazing to me. I felt like I was in a movie. I just felt like I was just definitely, you could tell I was somewhere else. You could tell I was in another country. Because I'm just like, the first time in all my life, I just feel different, you know? And it felt like I was handicapped, like I had a disability, because I'm just like, this is amazing. I never in my life been around just people just speaking other languages. Even when our people was around, they were speaking other languages. I'm like, I just don't. I'm like in Morocco. I really don't blend in. I'm not blending in with my people, them people, those people. That it's just like I am just in a class all by myself. But it was cool though because I am a loving person. So I just, love everybody or whatever and I'm just very easygoing. So it was a great experience. I did not get discouraged at all. It was very motivational. First of all, to learn other languages, learn my native language. So and it just showed me just a lot. It's like my eyes just became open to a whole nother world, just different. And a lot of time people try to downplay or down talk people because they don't speak English or speak English well. We have to realize that English is not, I repeat, English is not our native language. So, how are our people going to down talk our people for not speaking good English? It's weird. We need to get back to what we lost and we need to learn our native languages. Yes, it's going to be hard because that had already been attempted. And I'm like, woo, but we have to do it. We have to get to it, period. So we cannot down talk people because they can't speak good English. Okay, so the first person that I heard was one of the shuttle drivers. He was the first person that I heard that spoke good English. And well, it wasn't 100% good, but it was good compared to everybody else. With you all my experience. but it was still a beautiful experience. So when the energy and the love that surround the place was priceless. So I was in my room, I was resting, trying to get some rest. I know the time. The time on my phone, which that I fought to keep it charged because I forgot to bring the adapter or whatever you call it for the wall because the plugs is different here. And I was like, oh, so I had to borrow somebody's charger. Anyway, somebody adapter. I had to borrow somebody adapter. But their time is like it's not like our time. It's like a military like time. So they're 13:25. I'm like, what time is this? So I had to constantly ask people what time was it, which it was good because it led to us communicating and going back and forth, which I love. But I had to keep up with the time, so I had to leave my room like hours. I left my room like 5 hours beforehand because I did not want to oversleep and miss my flight. I didn't have my phone was dead. I didn't have no charge or whatever. So I was like, I gotta get out of here. So I just went and hung down in the lobby, which the hotel was absolutely beautiful. I think inside of the rooms was just a little plain, but it was okay. But the rest of the hotel was absolutely royal, honey. It was beautiful. So I went down and hang out in the lobby, and then I met one of our brothers. He was heading from Ivory Coast. That let me borrow his adapter, and I just chilled in the lobby. Then I went and ate dinner, and I went to the airport early, like hours ahead of time, because I refuse to miss a flight. Because I know me, I will oversleep. I will go into a sleep, honey, and I'd be in a coma. By the time I woke up, it'd be 5 days later. But anyway, by the time I would wake up, it would be 5 days later. I'd just be sleep just that hard when I go to sleep. So when I got down to talk to the shuttle driver, he was like, speaking English. He was speaking English, and I understood him. I was like, thank the Lord. I had to go out to ask the shuttle driver about what time it was. I showed him my boarding ticket, and then I asked him what time I need to get to the airport, and then I asked him how many hours do I have left before I have to get to the airport. So he was talking to me, he was telling me, and I was so happy because I understood him. And he went on to apologize to me because he said that his English wasn't too good. And I was looking like, I said, honey, your English is the best English I have heard. He just laughed. But I was like, oh, I'm so happy I understand you. So that was awesome. So you all, these men, honey, love melanated sisters. They love us, honey. The men, it's like they was kind. They wasn't like, seemed like they wasn't overflowing with lust and all of that. It was just respectful compliments. Honey, almost every man that I encountered let me know that I was beautiful. I was like, oh, thank you. That was so sweet. They was like, oh, what? They said beautiful. You're so beautiful. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I was just smiling and cheesing. I said, these men love some melanated, melanated, honey. Anyway, so one of the guys, he was a young guy. He was like, you're so beautiful. I was like, thank you. And he was like, you look like, you know who you look like? And I was like, who I look like? And he said, you look like J-Lo. Now, don't get me wrong, J-Lo is a beautiful, beautiful woman, especially to be her age. She is popping. But I'm like, I never got that before, J-Lo. I said, oh, okay, thank you. I just smiled and said thank you. But then I'm thinking like, now I have heard Taraji, what's her name? Taraji P. Henson or something like that, cooking. I have heard cooking. I have heard of Janet Jackson when she was Penny, and a couple of other people, but I never heard J Lo. I thought that was weird. I'm like, okay, I was kind of excited because J Lo is beautiful, so I'm like, okay, then, okay, I guess I am. But then when you said J Lo, I'm just like, anyway, you all. So they is so kind, so good people. So I'm like, all right then, people, all right. And so my thing is, if you going to other places, countries, you need to find out what is the main language, because now I understand when people say you need to at least know how to greet the people. You need to know the basic language. Now I get it, because I'm like, only if I knew the basic how to greet the people, I would feel so much better. I don't even have to know the full language, but let me at least know how to greet the people. So that is very important, because I was thinking like, what if someone decide to move here and only know English, like, and then when you start looking for a job or whatever, I'm like, what you gonna do? So I'm like, now I see how important languages are, especially depending on where you stay. Yeah, so languages is very important. So I definitely will be getting on mine. I have two of them that I've been attempting to learn, and I am about to get on it. Get on it. Okay, you all. So another thing, so many people kept asking me, was I from Senegal? They was like, you from Senegal? You from Senegal? They just kept coming up to me, you from Senegal? And I'm like, no, people, well, my ancestors, from the area. But I'm like, people keep asking me, am I from Senegal? The other nation, our people come up to, you from Senegal? I said, well, I guess I look like I'm from Senegal. But anyway, I'm like, I'm not, but I'm heading that way. But anyway, so one of the guys asked me, was I from Senegal? One of the Arab guys. And I was like, no, sir. And then he was like, he pulled out some um, Senegal money. Let me show it to you. Yeah, so you all, he pulled out the Senegal money, this right here. And he said he was trying to tell me, I had to ask the other shuttle driver, the one that I understood. I had to ask him, what was the guy saying? I said, can you translate what he's trying to say? But in so many words, he was trying to tell me that he had Senegal money, and he will exchange with me some of the Morocco money. If I give him Morocco money, he would give me Senegal money. So I was like, okay, okay. I had just went to the ATM, and the ATM spit out the Morocco money, and this what it looked like. Morocco money looked like this. So I think I had this 200, and then I had, I think, three 100s. So I gave him this. I gave him the two. And I guess, and that's another thing, it shows that they are honest. I gave him the two, and he was like, no, no. And he was just kind of looking confused. And then the other guy told me, he said, give him, and he told me to give him the one. So I gave him the 100, one of the 100s instead of the 200s. So you all know I don't know nothing about Morocco money, Senegal money, and nobody else money other than USD. So we exchanged. So I was about to give him more, and he told me no, and he had me to give him less, because I guess they were trying to do equal or whatever. I don't know. But the Senegal money is 2,000, and then I just gave him 100. So I don't know. I just let them figure that out, and he was all excited and everything. So Yeah. So he gave me, he asked me was I from Senegal, then he asked me will I switch with him. So now I have a Senegal and I have a Morocco. So each country I go to, I'm just trying to keep some money for souvenir. But I was about to spend this here uh too. Anyway, yes, people. So that was the last that I was asked was I from Senegal. Okay, but it was one of our brothers come up to me, and I believe he was a Gambian, and he come up to me and started talking, and he was just talking, friendly talking, no lust, none of that. It was just talking, nice talking, just meeting, greeting each other. He spoke good English, thank the Lord. And so he was so nice. I was like, oh, he was like, are you from Senegal? And I was like, no, sir. I said, I am from, um, um, I don't forgot the U.S. I said from Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. He's like, okay, okay. Are you heading to Senegal or Gambia? He said, and I said, well, I let him know, where I was heading and this and that, what I was doing. He said, okay, okay. He said, yeah. Oh, it's just Senegal and Gambia is just right there, right next door. And he said, you will love it. Wonderful people. I'm Gambian. And I love my country, love Senegal, and he just talked very positive, positive. I was like, okay, okay. And he was like, when do you? He would ask me about my flight and this and that, so we conversed. And then let me tell you what brother done. He didn't call. He said, oh, she's going to Dakar as well. So he didn't call one of the sisters, our sisters, over, and she was with her guy, and then she called both of them over. I mean, not she, but he called a sister and the guy over. He said, "Come, come, come." He said, "You all going to Dakar? She's going to Dakar." He said, "So now you have a friend. Take care of her." He told them to take care of me, honey. I said, "Okay, ancestor, pop up on the spot and tell these people what to do." So that was so sweet, you all. He just talked to me for a minute. Very nice, warm smile, warm personality. And then he did called over. He said, "See there now? You have your new friend." And he told the girl and the guy to make sure they take care of me. That was sweet. I was like, "Oh, that is awesome." Anyway, I love people like that. I love to meet people like that. Okay. So, sometimes we have to detach from the matrix, step out of the box, do something different, go somewhere different so we can experience different parts of the world. Because things we will never know if we stay in the box and where we are from. We would never know. And it is definitely important for our people to make it to the motherland so we can experience Mother Africa, the place, the home of our ancestors, the home of our blood, where we come from. It is so important that we experience these things. So I enjoyed Morocco. The little time I was there, I was very observant. I really enjoyed, even though there was a barrier and I had to fight to understand the people and fight to get them to understand me. But I still learned some powerful sign language, honey. And so, even though that was there, I really enjoyed myself and enjoyed these people. They was beautiful people. And will I go back to Morocco? Yes, I will. And I will try to explore more and experience more because the love and the unity amongst the people is awesome. So yes, I will go back to Morocco. have enjoyed Morocco the brief time I was there, and I just wanted to share with you all those little brief experiences that I had. And I want you all to stay tuned because I have a part two. And everybody need these tips, these jewels that I'm about to drop in part two. So stay tuned, you all. Peace and blessings, you all. Love you.
Mother Africa, it's calling, been gone for 100 years on this spiritual journey. Many days I'm in tears. Game over, move forward, let's stamp this seal. Birth and royalness, stepping back on the throne. Respect to my ancestors, reason for this song. They live on through us, their love I can feel. I live, love, and laugh, the most high help me live. Realest queen you know from the soul is revealed. Rooted in royalty, my DNA is real.